Yeah. What up? Yeah, you want a podcast that'll bring you the worst. I offer Sherm to the Teek, I'ma let it burn. Native to the city, born child, just a regular song. Till I put that blue tiger fitted on and became a dawn. Now I'm freshly made, homegrown Detroit soul. Motor City style, you see the old English D on the front of the crown. When the crew is in the building, it's about to go down. Turn your devices up loud, we the talk of the town. We the new trend up next, live and show on the net. You wanna talk about it, live and direct. But make sure you got that navy blue new arrow on deck. Be real Detroit talk, now that's BTF. Oh, English D caps to the back, that's BTF. Detroit mind state, we grind, that's BTF. We call it how we see it fresh all across the net. Real Detroit talk, now that's BTF. Oh, English D caps to the back, that's BTF. Detroit mind state, we grind, that's BTF. We call it how we see it fresh all across the net. Blue Tiger Fitted Podcast.
Blue Tigers Fitted, BlueTigersFitted.com. Internet's back at it again for your listening pleasure. Isn't that what they say? We're here to please your ears, your ear holes.
I aim to please, so.
I aim to please. Yeah. Already.
Hey.
So do we. So do we here at the Blue Tigers Fitted Show. We always aim to please. Scumbag Sherm. What up, though, family?
Oh, man, what up, though?
How you feeling, man?
I feel great.
Yeah, you playing Childish Gambino Summer or
I had to play it one last time this week, actually.
yeah, or NERD's Summer's gone too soon and winter's on its way.
I didn't play that one because you're gonna have to send me a link to that one.
Yeah, that was
I
the shit,
didn't-
man. You got to
I
go
didn't
back
play
to
that
the what was the Gorilla album? I always call it the Gorilla album. You know what I'm talking about. It's got everybody, all the bitches lying around the corner.
Oh yeah.
It was that one. Seeing Sounds.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Because I just,
Is it Seeing Sounds?
I think so.
Good album. Good
I'm
album.
pretty sure that's
For real?
Nerd. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
NERD.
Oh, I thought you said Gorillas.
Yeah, no.
No,
The gorilla
no.
was on the cover.
Yeah,
yeah.
The plain
Carry on.
white cover with the gorilla face.
There it is.
Yeah. There you go.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, summer's damn near coming to a close. When is the what's your Farmer's Almanac say for official date? your official date here for summer's close?
I don't think it's a farmer's almanac.
No. You're the main
pretty
one who
sure.
told me a couple years ago that's how it's determined. There's a fucking Farmer's Almanac, nigga. Is what you told me.
Nah, don't
you,
put me out there like that.
Internets, we got to go back and find that clip because Educated Sherm 2 years ago straight told us because we asked about daylight savings and all that shit.
That's
you were
fair.
like, "There's a Farmer's Almanac." I'm like, "What? Who knows this?"
No, but I think
Scumbag Sherm knows there's a Farmer's Almanac. So
I
if
think-
it's Farmer's Almanac about daylight savings, it's one about summer and transitions of seasons.
I'm pretty sure fall starts like the 21st of
the end of September, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure too, right? Like I know we got 2K, and 2K is definitely considered a summer game still. And then after NBA 2K releases, it's officially fall.
I like how these gaming companies just know it's lockdown season. Let's get these niggas a new game.
Yeah, it's
They ain't going outside. Give them that new shit.
It's incredible. I mean, you haven't gotten 2K yet.
Not yet.
But
Not
you
as
need
of this as the day
as
of
this
this
recording.
Yeah.
But by the next time we record, you will have it.
yeah, I plan on it.
It's amazing.
I gotta have it.
My nigga's already at like 89. I'm on the road to 99. Scandalous, okay? Don't worry, I didn't pay for no extra VC internets. I bought the Legend. I bought the Legend edition at $100, $105.99 was my price. Came with 100,000 VC, which goes quick. You think it's a lot until you start trying to get a nigga with handles and skills and all this shit. Then you try to get your nigga to start. My guy's name is Sean John, by the way.
Sean John.
Yeah.
Wow.
even though they call him Che in the game. Yeah. So
Sean John.
he could be RuPaul for all you want, but they're gonna fucking always call him Che in the game. Like this year's guy is named Che.
Now I like how in that 2K series before we get into it, I know they do like a little sub movie and shit.
Yeah.
Who's the actor this time around?
Idris Elba's in there.
I'll dig that.
Rosario Dawson is in there.
Okay.
The Dom Pagnotti guy, who's actually a real ass dude, that was in a couple of the other 2Ks.
So this done turned into a whole fucking. I couldn't even tell you.
It's a community. It's an organism. It's a living thing.
This
right?
is a whole thing, Tom.
It's a living thing. So yeah, it's turned into the craziness. So yeah, before we jump into that, regular ass time, have the flannels come back out? Have the khakis been creased?
Not yet. In a little bit, they will though. I'm not ready for it, but
You're not having such a regular ass summer. You've been having an irregular ass summer. Try not to get bit by jaws. Try not to drown.
Yeah.
Try.
It's been a lot
to
going
make sure
on.
The barbecue's
Been
right.
having that irregular ass money.
Yeah.
So
It'll do it to you.
that'll slow your ass down.
You know I had
quick.
to do it to him.
No, I just had stuff come up, so
Hey, man,
that requires my time.
It happens.
But that might give me all the more excuse to get out of here during the winter and go enjoy a beach or two.
All right.
So yeah, I ain't been doing shit.
It's all right, man. Looking good, man.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Hey.
Get ready to cover it all up. Because they say this is the time where you're supposed to start working out. So by the summertime,
you're ready.
You get ready, but
you're getting hoe ready.
I don't give a fuck about all that.
I'm gonna get hoe ready. You know why? Because
I like to eat.
My gym membership will be here at the end of the month. There's a new gym near my facilities and where I live. I can one wheel there. It's a block and a half away, actually. And I forget the amount of square feet, but it's massive. It's that Edge Fitness. It's like the subsidiary of Lifetime. Because I'm not paying Lifetime motherfucking fees. Lifetime Gym can suck my dick with $100 fucking memberships. No. It's a third of the cost. Wonderful facilities. Brand new shit. And the gym opens up at the end of the month. So I'm getting my workout on. Scumbag Sherm has inspired me. For the blade shit he was doing last year, so
the blade.
I'll drop a couple pounds, man, and it really listen, man. I ain't trying to be out here buff and crazy. Drop about 20, 30 pounds, man. I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? Slim down.
Be healthy.
Yeah, just trying to be healthy, man. Be out here. Trick love the kids, so I gotta be around. Gotta be out here, and it's so close, and it's a 24-hour gym. There's no excuse. I'm the excuse, right? Like at that point, I'm the excuse because it's a 24-hour gym. You can go in there, get your Floyd Mayweather on while everybody's asleep. You grind type thing, and it's remotely close to the crib. So even when it snows and all this shit here in Detroit weather, I can still get my punk ass up there. So we'll see, man. We'll see the transformation of Teek here over these next couple of months.
Shout out to you. I ain't even mad at it. I mean, are you one of them people that need new equipment to go work out, or
I just don't like used sweat equipment all the time. Like I had a membership at LA Fitness, you know what I'm saying? Internet's, I don't know if there's a LA Fitness in your neighborhood or not, but them the shits where you always got to fucking spray and wipe down before you get on a motherfucking a bench press or a leg press. You don't want to catch MRSA or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you want to do that regardless.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the use of new equipment. I appreciate when the stickers are still on there. Yeah, I'm not the nigga that knows all the parts of the body that you need to do and what machine does what. I'm just not into it like that. I'm a nigga that's reading step one and looking at the little handicap man. Like, you're supposed to do it like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm that nigga that's like, all right, bet. I want to be able to read the directions and do it like the little man in the description, not the other side of the man that's got the X on him. Like, don't lift like this. Cool. I don't want to hurt myself. So, I appreciate the new equipment for that fact and that matter. And the convenience, right, of the 24-hour. Like, you got to love that shit. Like, it's, that's a lifestyle in itself, right? Like, because you can go and work out and do one thing, but a lot of things have to change, right? Eating habits have to change. Fuck a diet. It's just a lot of things just have to change. The lifestyle change.
A diet is not a thing, bro. Just stop. Just do it. Just do it the right way. Yeah. Don't even think of a diet because that's temporary.
And my biggest thing is balance, right? Yeah. I'm not trying to win fucking award competitions in this bitch or be buff and none of that shit. Brother just trying to drop a couple pounds, make sure my cholesterol good, my heart good, and keep it pushing, right? Like, as you continue to get older, and then we'll talk about this, right? Like, it's still ain't as easy as it's supposed to be. You waking up in the morning with some new fucking aches and pains. You got to sit down a certain way. You like, God damn. Yeah. It's a little different nowadays, right? Like, nigga, I had gas in my back, bro, for 4 days last week, dog. You hear me? I was about to go to the doctor, but something told me, right? Like, something told me, like, yo, you don't do crazy shit enough to, like, fuck your back up. So it's got to be something else, And depending on what I ate, right, that week, like, I try to have a healthy balance of vegetables, Shout out to the lady who keeps me balanced on that end. But, like, you notice as you're eating better shit, gas is flowing through you, and you're like, all right, brother, bust a fart off here and there. Still regular popping off shits, but
wait. So you threw your back out by?
I didn't throw my back out.
Gas?
A nigga had gas in his back, bro. You ever had trapped gas in your fucking back?
Like bloating and shit?
No, not bloating, bro.
Gas.
No, gas, nigga.
It's like a sharp ass pain.
That shit feel like a heart attack, bro.
I'd have had that shit in my chest. That shit is not good. You think you're dying.
You think you're dying. Bro.
I haven't been there yet, thankfully.
You never had gas trapped anywhere? Different than your ass, right? You can be constipated. Constipation and gas trapped is two totally different things. Okay. I'm talking about gas in my back to where basic shit like nigga go to try to tie his shoe and I feel like feels like a Charlie Horse nigga and I fall over, bro, like oh my god, because I can't even bend down like crazy, right? Like and I just knew I'm like yo, and a lady telling me yo, you blowing farts in your sleep like crazy. I'm like I know. That's because she's like no, but way more than regular. I'm like god damn it. I'm like it's this gas trapped in my back. So I tried to eat healthy for a couple more days, right? And the shit traveled, bro, and eventually moved, and I was good. I felt like a fucking new man. But that shit literally is crippling. like crippling will take you out.
You know what you need? You need a squatty potty. That's what you need.
No, you don't need that shit, man. Just get you one of them little
elevate your legs.
It ain't
here like this.
It ain't about the shits, bro. The shits, is regular.
You gotta let that go.
No, the shits is regular. It's not the shits. No, I'm good. Stay regular every day. It's not the shits.
All right.
I'm talking about crippling gas, my nigga.
Because some of our listeners, they only shitting like once a week. That shit ain't healthy.
Disgusting,
internet,
bro.
okay?
If you're shitting once a week, internet's.
If
you're shitting once a week, consult the doctor.
Is once a day normal?
ASAP. I go like 2-3 times a day.
Definitely.
I do at least once a day.
2-3.
Might not be. It depends on what I eat.
2-3. Get up in the morning, pop a shit off before work. Might fuck around, eat something for lunch. Did it sit with you well? Another shit. Then you got to come home, and after dinner, it's another. It's like
if I do any dairy, I'm having 2 or 3 a day.
But we're lactose intolerant as black folks anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I try not to do dairy at all anymore.
Yeah, because
I've learned that the hard way. I'm like, damn, I'm getting fucked up after I eat. No matter what it is, I'm like, you know what? I got to stop all the dairy. I have to stop all of it. I hate it because I love pizza.
Yep.
I love mac and cheese. I love ice cream, but I got to stop all of this shit.
Yeah, it's no good for us, bro.
Because Tom's got a birthday coming up, so it's over.
What you about to be, nigga?
Retiring.
30-something.
Damn.
30-something. Niggas just stop counting. Like,
the old nigga in the club.
I think it's 36.
Yeah.
You niggas don't ever forget how old you is?
No, my mom does.
Thankfully, I don't.
I do. I'll be like,
not yet.
How old is I?
God damn it. I'll be having to do math and shit, carry the 2 and the 8 and the.
But last year I was 4 months in, 2 months by the end of the year. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. As soon as the clock turned the next year, I'm already fucking. I'm 37 now. I got 6 months to go. Fucking.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Scumbag Sherm spearheads the group here, internets, and I'm always the middle child. I'm the middle child in all of it, even in real life. So
you got to be the tip of the spear,
Yeah.
Tip of the spear.
Pausers on all of that shit.
No, but speaking of old man pains, bro, have y'all ever just fell asleep wrong?
Man,
and woke up all fucked up.
You know what's happening?
This motherfucker right down here.
You know what's happening?
Wake up like,
so what's happening
like
lately?
The clown on it and shit like.
Dude, so I'm a when I sleep, right? I'm a side sleeper, as they would call it, right?
Me too.
So I'm a side sleeper, and it's funny you mention that shit because lately, I don't know if I've been sleeping on it like too long or whatever. I'll fucking extend my arm out to the pillow and then lay, and I'll fucking catch my arm will fall asleep, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night like. like, oh my god! I can barely move my arm, and my side sleep turns into like a back sleeper instantly. Like shit, and I'm trying not to do it. Or other weird shit that just happened to me this past week. I'm like, what the fuck? Like my ear, bro. I'm like, something's got to be wrong. I'll lay down, and I don't know, you lay down right, but then maybe your ear might flop up or something like that. Bro, I'll wake up with like a pain in my fucking ear from sleeping the wrong way, but I'll be good once I turn over or something. Like the rotation and balance of turn frequency has to happen, because if I lay too long, bro, old man pains for sure.
Old man pain. Yeah, no, because I fell asleep on the couch. And I didn't think it was nothing of it. I got a new couch. I'm like, shit, y'all remember my couch tales?
I remember the couch,
so I fall asleep. And I don't know, man. 4 a.m. I wake up just literally, like you said, like literally, like what the fuck? Like my entire left side, my neck, my shoulders just been on fire ever since.
Paralyzed. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and this has been 3 days and counting now. I'm like,
goddamn.
I don't want to go to the doctor, but
might have to do it.
Might have to go.
Man, just stretch and keep drinking a lot of water, bro.
I'm trying,
That's the biggest thing I tell you is drink a lot of water throughout the day.
Yeah.
If you can cut half a gallon, if you can do a gallon, great. If not, do a half gallon a day. to flush your shit out and just try to stretch, bro. I know what you're talking about.
Oh
that gas for 4 days last week was no motherfucking joke.
I try not to promote drugs and whatever, but muscle relaxers helps that too.
I try to avoid them. I do, but every now and then
muscle relaxers help me because of my back and shit. But
my glaucoma.
My
glaucoma.
I ain't gonna lie, Tom. They reset the battery. I ain't gonna lie.
They do. I love them shits.
You wake up,
but you also
oh
get addicted because you be like, you know what? Every little pain, muscle relaxer. Dog, $1 million.
I stubbed my toe. Let's go. I need 2 muscle
John
relaxers
on and shit.
Yeah, that's that old man shit. But whatever.
Yeah, man. It's and listen, man. The crazy part. This is where I want to pause for a second because shout out to your boy LV. Internets, if you're listening in, if this is your first time listening in, or maybe you're an avid listener, shout out to you all each and every week that tune into us or wait for an episode from us. So we appreciate you, man, each and every week, all over the state, all over the world, listening to the Blue Tigers Fitness Show. But your boy LV doing major things, okay? If you log on to thedailybrew.com, if you follow LV at The Daily Brew on Instagram, literally The Daily Brew, or The Daily Brew Coffee, he is actually crowd lending right now. So different than like fundraising, different from like a GoFundMe account and all that. He's actually working with a company called Kiva. And pretty much what that means for him is that, he's trying to expand his business, young brother from Flint, coffee, teas, so on and so forth. And he's progressing and moving forward. He's getting licensing, and that costs money, right? He needs to get a new espresso machine, a new grinder, all these things to go mobile. So those are a couple hundreds of thousands of dollars to get taken care of. So basically through Kiva, he's partnered with them, and he's able to pretty much, you can, crowd lend and support him. $25 minimum payment. I was one of the first people to give him the $25 literally a week and a half ago. And I think within a week, he's already raised $3,000 to a goal of his $7,500, which is insane within a week. And basically what that does is that it supports local businesses. It helps LV get his licensing fees and documents together so he's tight legally, but it also helps pay for a lot of the equipment that he needs to set up shop. And the cool thing about it is you're just not giving the money, right? Like you would a GoFundMe and say, okay, I'm out of $25, I'm out of this. You actually get that back because LV is to repay that loan to you, whatever the amount is. If it's $25, $50, or whatever you can pay, you get that money back within 2 to 3 years because that's the agreement he has with this company, Kiva, to give it back. So it's literally fronting this brother the money for some progression. He's doing awesome. He's a little bit over halfway to his goal within a week and a half, 2 weeks from now. So I encourage everybody that's listening, if you yourself drink coffee, drink tea, or you have a friend or family member or a coworker that drinks coffee or tea, I mean, I've given out some free samples to some people I know. Please go support your boy LV over at thedailybrewcoffee.com, The Daily Brew on Facebook, The Daily Brew Coffee on Instagram. Like, go to our page, find the link. Not hard to find, and support a young brother doing great things out here, man. Like, that shit is amazing to me on the amount of support he's been given within such a short amount of time.
We're going to have to get him back on the show, man, so he can talk directly to the people.
It. Absolutely, man. And
do it.
Like I said, more than half of his goal within a week and a half is just insane. Three G's. He called me a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't a question. When he called me and asked me, did I have a minute? I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what done. Like, done. It was so funny where I was reaching out to him, like, yo, man, I don't see your shit up yet. He's like, oh, no, it's not supposed to launch till X. Because I went to the website, set up a profile. Super easy. The shit took me 13 to 15 seconds because I just connected my Facebook to it. And you're able to literally go and see, like, his progression when you go through, like, kiva.org. So it's crazy, man. Go support your boy LV. He's a network partner, good brother, with a great product, man, and just overall good dude, man. So check him out. Check his product out. Again, coffee is $1 billion business a week. So, for a brother to have his own blend is insane. And he's got choices for everybody. If you're a dark roast, medium roast, light roast customer, if you don't fuck with coffee and you fuck with tea, he's got it all. And right here out of Flint, Michigan, man. So crazy, man. Shout out your boy LV.
Now, as we get into, it, and you say it's $1 billion business, I can understand why, because I be finding myself in my place of business getting 2-3 cups a day.
Yeah.
Until I get the shakes like a crack fiend. Like, okay, that's enough coffee.
Slow down, Tito. Damn.
That's too much. That's too much.
Yep, too much.
Yeah. So shout out to LV. He's doing it big. So
doing it big, man. And here's the thing. I'll jump off the theme for tonight. Like one of the really cool things I'm excited about with Detroit. You know, a lot of people are excited because they can make some money here, and you know, we've talked about on the show real estate and properties and equity and all these things and how you can profit and everybody can make money, buy a fucking shitty ass neighborhood, build an apartment complex, get paid, yada, yada, yada. Right. I'm super excited for, you know, the younger individuals. And by younger, I mean, I'm talking cats 10, maybe 15 years younger than we are, who have a vision of, you know, some goals and things that they want to work on. So I'm currently working with some guys, they go by Inside the Box. Social media on IG is where you can find them. But two young brothers, man, doing a documentary in Detroit on Detroit influencers, if you want to call it, or people that are into the sneaker culture or hip hop culture and shop owners and so on and so forth. Right. Shout out to the guy Marcus Summerall, man, from the From Scratch podcast. Linked me together with this young brother, man, that's doing a documentary series where I was invited a couple weeks ago to sit on the panel. Shout out to Juan Neal, Loose Cannon Lifestyle. Juan was there. Jake Shire was there. Couple other guys, Clue 313, Just Don. There was a lot of guys that were there on this panel. And basically the young brother is trying to come up with literally an inside look or in-depth look of people that are within the sneaker community and culture. So I was kind of honored to be one of those people that they thought of to get on film. We shot the panel series. I know they're going to put that out in a couple of weeks. And then today, actually, they called me for an individual like set. So I got my own kind of 30, 45-minute interview piece on one of the sneakers that like influenced me or that I love the most. So I took a 1999, which is now 20 years old, which is amazing. Like 20 years old. Oh, fuck. I took a 1999 Air Jordan 6, and I'm like, God damn, this is 20 years old. To show, and it's funny because I guess one of the other guys that are interviewing on this same type of doc series brought the same 6, but it was a newer version. Or it was an updated one. Like it wasn't the same color and the whole nine. And it was just crazy, man, to see how they're piecing all this together and the love of sneakers and love of hip hop and just the Detroit community. Like he's going to expose or represent the individuals from Detroit that should get in the spotlight is his ultimate goal.
Now, I know you've been a sneakerhead shit since I've known you.
Head connoisseur, yeah.
So how is the sneaker culture here? Like, is it huge? Is it medium?
It's coming back, right? Like, so
did it die off? And
it comes in waves, right? So, and that's for the brand and that's for individuals as itself. I mean, like I said, it's, you know, from the Kanyes to the, you know, the 2 Chainz with the Versace shoes to the Rockies with the looks like a Arizo shoe, like right. So like it comes a wave. I mean, Jordan is gonna always be solidified in history, right? Like you got cats that are walking around right now that have never ever seen Michael Jordan play a game in person and or have ever watched probably 4 quarters of basketball with Mike, right? So that part of it is very and extremely interesting to me. And we talk about a lot of that in documentary, right? Like I don't consider myself a sneakerhead. And we talked about terminology, right? Like I'm a guy that likes, I'm just the average guy that likes sneakers more than the next guy, right? Like sneakerhead has such a negative connotation. I told them like, sounds like crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a crackhead over the sneakerhead.
Are you a reformed sneakerhead? Because you used to be a sneakerhead.
No,
like sneakerheads are children.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Like, it's a grown ass man. It's kind of sore.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
It's like a dude that fucking, you know, when you was like 20s, whatever, you just drank, right?
Yeah.
Now as an older cat, you got the shit, the cognac and the fucking colander, whatever the fuck you call that glass. I got to get one of those, by the way.
Yes, you do.
But you're just there. You're a connoisseur now.
Yeah, don't hand
me
no fucking, what's the shit?
No 5 o'clock.
Don't hand me
you don't drink bullshit.
Right,
it's like that.
Right,
like, okay, I get it.
Quiet,
Yeah,
and for us, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
that's it. It's
like
just,
this is part
of your life now.
It's part of our lifestyle of being fresh, right?
Yeah.
Like it's different, and I talk a little bit about that in a documentary. Like I'm really curious to see how it all comes together when they do the edits. Inside the Box. it's my perspective, right? It's my perspective as I feel like the OG. I hate that term, but I'm like the OG in a situation because there are a lot of younger cats and
what's wrong with being OG? You can guide the sneaker culture.
It
man.
is, but you know what? That's such a heavy responsibility.
People look up to you with starry eyes, like teach us.
I hate that. I have no problem teaching the youth.
Yeah,
right? I have no problem teaching the youth, but I hate the fact that like, yo, based off your age and based off of you been in this thing, you're now this. That's a lot of pressure. Like I'm like, yo, I just like the shit. Like I like shit that y'all might not like. Or the hype
being
shit.
humble.
Hey,
Fuck this
clearly, I didn't know. I'm
gonna tell you
too
something.
long.
I'll tell you something. Fuck this humble shit. So we work at this place, right? Me and this nigga, we work at this place that's whatever. It revolves around what we're talking about right now, right?
Yeah, the culture.
And then so
the culture.
You know, you get a few people that come up to me, like upper management and shit like that. They trying to figure out, like, you know, just a fun little who has the most knowledge in the company right now. And they start naming off people, and I'm just like, ha! I'm laughing, like, yeah, okay, motherfucker, whatever. And they just like, you don't think? I'm like, nah. And they like, who? I'm like, as a matter of fact, the motherfucker Teek knows more than most of these motherfuckers in here, but y'all keep sleeping on that shit. And it's just like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I was like, it's a difference between people that know this little Foot Locker shit and all of this bullshit between you got a shoe that's 20 years old and you got somebody that can literally break that bitch down versus this new shit. Like most 98% of the people in here can't even break this shit down like that. It's part of you. Like it's a connoisseur shit. Like this nigga's knowledge is like it's the reason he getting fucking part of a documentary. Goddammit,
hype beasts. That's what you would call them. Yeah.
The new people. Yeah.
It's
not this nigga.
So it's just.
Well, sometimes he is.
Sometimes I am. I agree. Sometimes I am a hype beast. But yeah, it's exciting just to see like there's a certain a niche market for everything, right? Like there's a niche market for fucking peanut butter, right? There's a niche market for collectible cars. Like I was just telling you guys the other day about the Travis Scott Reese's Pieces cereal, which I'm gonna go buy some more of tomorrow, right? Like
I got 10 of them bitches, by the way.
I like, dude, like seriously, as many as you can buy. Like my daughter is hilarious. My daughter looked at me while I was there, and the only 2 that I could buy, I'm like, oh no, they get another shipment in 2 days. I'm coming back. She's like, why are you buying cereal? Like you pay $4 for the cereal. You pay $8. I'm like, right. My $8. I said, somebody right now wants to give me $20, $25 for a box. Right. I'm like, that's called profit. So I'm not going to sell right now because right now I know it's widely available and it's popping up everywhere and everybody's trying to get their hands on these fucking Travis Scott Reese's Pieces box. Right. But you hold on to it. You sit on it for a long time, right? Whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, there's someone that really covets his music, his background, his history, his story, and wants to buy a lot of that shit up to make themselves feel important enough or want to just have collectibles and memorabilia. And guess what? There's people like me, a lot of people that sit back and be like, cool, here's what you can pay for this. It's the same thing with my Gatorade bottles. I looked up the other day. I got Gatorade bottles downstairs that are 10 years old for when Mike did a campaign. And it was Michael Jordan and Gatorade, who he's been signed to for years. But they did a campaign where I bought these. And I still got the Kroger. It's one of our supermarkets, internet, so whatever your local supermarket is in your area. It's one of our Kroger stickers still on it for like 79 cents. And I bought these bottles that I put behind my bar that literally are going for like $60 and $80 right now. I spent 79 cents 10 years ago. Yeah. And they're going for $70 and $80 right now.
So would you say that's your gift to identify things that become of value, or you just I do enamored with the culture you like, I gotta have it?
Yeah, like in a way, right? Like I do see that because guys like, again, a new reference from Travis Scott, right? Like you may or may not like his music. That's cool. Right? It's not everybody's taste. I get it. Some people think it's new age. Some people are like, oh, I can't understand what buddy talking about. Oh, all he does is scream. Oh, dude uses auto-tune. That's cool. He's got a cult following. A cult following. And you got to give him all the props in the world because it's motherfuckers, fuck the Drake shit and the bitch getting Drake tattooed on her forehead. This dude getting all kind of Astro World tats and everything, like a lifestyle. Dudes is like, oh man, Travis Scott, you changed my life. Like motherfuckers is wilding out. I mean, that regular ass Tom showed me about the Netflix series. That was just a sliver of what I mean, dude, like
that was just one album they were talking about.
Yeah, that's one album. People crowd surf. People pass out like on some Woodstock Jimi Hendrix shit. People are passing out at this man's concert. Whether they're getting high as fuck or just getting too hype and overexert themselves and black out, they're doing that with him.
Well, let me ask you this, because let's go back because sneakers have gone way beyond just basketball, just Jordan and Kobe, whatever.
Yes.
I think it all started with Yeezy, right? Like when it stepped out the realm of sports and just said, let's just get a guy that's top of the game.
It goes further back.
So.
Like it could go further back to Run DMC.
No, they didn't have their own shoes.
I think it got really popular when you had like the G Unit shit and the Sean Carter shit. That's where it started to take off. But it was like he was saying, it started there.
Because think about it.
As influencers, it started. But when you're doing branding, and these are G units.
Here's the thing, right? Those are G units. And from a branding perspective, yes, Run DMC never had their own shoe because it was a shell toe they were promoting.
Right.
But think of how they lifted Adidas as a brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
When they had 25,000 kids in a fucking Madison Square Garden holding up a shell toe. Mm-hmm. Those 25,000 kids wouldn't have bought an Adidas if it wasn't for Run DMC.
They wasn't wearing Rod Lavers. They were
or Avias or fucking Lacoste
even
Sportifs.
Go earlier than that with MC Hammer and the British Knights and all that shit.
You could.
That was
all of them. Like LL Cool J.
That was everybody. It was like little steps. Now, yes, I'll give it to you. I think since when Jordan came around, that shit like just elevated to unreachable until Yeezy. But then when Yeezy did the shit, okay, that's a whole.
Because that's my only thing. Like Yeezy, all those guys you mentioned in the 80s, 90s, they were pretty much brand promoters. They were walking billboards. Yeezy said, "No," Kanye West said, "No, fuck all that. I want to design it. I want my own shoe. I want a signature line." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's so. I guess for OG, like what's your fucking sneaker name here, bro? Like. You're not BTF Teek tonight. He's in full Soul Survivor Detroit right now. Yeah, we're talking to Soul Survivor over here.
I hate this guy.
But no, I mean, when you look at it and you see it evolve from just like, okay, when it goes, at least speaking from signature lines and things, Yeezy's got to be the guy, right? That like kind of revolutionized it.
Absolutely, right? Like, you got to understand with him, we're not trying to nerd out on the sneaker shit.
I was about to say, how do you even feel about that, though?
Oh, I love it, because the fact of the matter is, sneakers in general, sports, it was always sports driven, right? It was performance. It was, you're a runner, you're a fucking trail hiker, you're getting ACGs, you're getting basketball shoes, and it was restricted to like a column of shit. Like these are the categories, and here are the shoes for this. Like you shouldn't use a running shoe to hoop in, right? You shouldn't use a hoop shoe to go hiking in. There was brand specific and model specific sneakers for different things, and I think this generation, I mentioned Run DMC was just so fucking long ago, 80s, but fast forward to the 2000s, and especially like 2008, 2009s, you get a guy like Ye, who was originally with Nike, who basically built his Yeezy line off of Jordan and Bo Jackson shit, right?
Yeah.
So those shoes were already shoes that Nike created. He was just a guy that thought, oh, what if I could put this Jordan 3 with this Bo Jackson 1? Yep. And I'm going to call it the Air Yeezy because I'm going to put some dinosaur shit on the back of it, right? Then it went to, okay, Nike pigeonholes me as an artist and think that I'm a rapper and want to shit on me because I'm good at rap, I'm not good at design. He leaves the whole Mark Parker thing, cool. Opportunity for Adidas to say, hey, Kanye, come on over. You can make whatever the fuck you want. And giving him creative freedom to where, yes, I'm an owner of Beluga 2.0s and 350s and 500s and 700 dad shoes, right? A couple reasons. One, the guy behind it, absolutely. Crazy motherfucker as he is, whatever your thoughts on Ye are, sure, I own the shoe for that. Two, I've always pushed the envelope and been different. Regular ass Tom and I have always wore different shit, wild shit, loud shit. He has that type of shit with his sneaker. And I like it. And the simple fact that he truly built this off of idea, whether it's whack or not, or whether how he came up with it or half-assed it or whatever, they got it enough to produce a shoe and it sells out every single fucking time. Yeah. And I don't buy it because of that, but I buy it because it's comfortable as hell. Yeah. Right? So beyond the fashion, there's the form part and the function part. It functions well. I can stand in a fucking Yeezy 350 all day before I can stand in a Jordan 1. I love Jordan 1s from a fashion perspective. I e-board in fucking Jordan 1s for sure.
Yeah.
But we're talking about being on my feet all day, doing
right.
real shit. I'm going to put on a fucking Adidas Yeezy Boost all day.
So I mean, that's just crazy to me. I'm just always, because you're not a new jack, you are a vet in the game. So it always makes me wonder when you seeing the culture evolve from a Bo Jackson to a Michael to a Yeezy to a Travis. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, what's next in the game? Like, where do you see the wave going now as far as the culture?
It's unlimited, right? Like, honestly, Jordan just brought out a shoe, and from my sneakerhead,
I actually like those newly designed Jordans. They're kind of
fly.
From
my sneakerhead perspective, and cats and girls is listening there now, Jordan brought out the model series Air Jordan 34, and it's, again, Jordan's always been based around performance, yada yada yada. I didn't like the last couple that nigga came out with because them shits was trash. I don't hoop like that,
right?
So from a lifestyle,
yeah.
casual perspective, I couldn't rock them shits.
Yeah,
but the new one he got now, it's futuristic. It all, you know, it's gonna have the tech in there. You know, it's gonna be comfortable. You know, it's gonna perform well. But there's still nods within that shoe that nod back to a Jordan 4 from '89. That nod back to a Jordan 6 from '91. Right. So these developers and engineers and people that are putting together these sneakers for his brand still reach back in the archives to say what was shit that people enjoyed 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago.
Because if it was dope then, it's still dope now. I mean, that's the beauty of Jordan. They've been dope for almost 40 years.
Yeah, how do you puffy that shit?
Crazy.
How do you put Mary Jane girls and make Juicy in a sneaker?
They figuring it out.
They're figuring it out. So the price point's well, $180. Like, it for me, it's exciting. Like, I get excited every year to see. It's like the new iPhone. It's like the new iPhone for consumers that are into tech. The Jordans are like a new iPhone for me because I may not consume every Jordan, but I'm interested to see how they keep pushing the envelope every year and what is the story they're about to tell. Just like, Tim Cook and this whole Apple thing. I was speaking offline regular ass time. We're trying to decide if we want to get it. We got 2 of the flagship phones from last year, XS and Max. The Max.
We're on 11 now, right?
Yeah, we're on 11, right? Okay. So
did you know I didn't know it was called the 10?
Yeah, it was never been an X.
It's Roman numerals.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Roman numerals.
I thought it was literally, I got the XS Max.
Yeah.
Nah.
Motherfuckers like, you got the 10S Max. Bitch, I said I got an XS. Like, it doesn't even seem, X just sounds better. I don't know why.
X sounds, to me, it flows, right?
Whatever,
and that's the thing. Like, so we got the flagship phones of last year. We know every year, all of us here know every year that Apple technology, they're going to Google, whoever, Samsung, everybody's going to drop a new phone. Samsung drops earlier in the year. February, March, right?
Yeah.
Before Apple announces fucking iPads and MacBooks and Apple Watches. Like, I got a Series 4 Apple Watch. I'm not getting a Series 5. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's got the
that update was not.
Yeah, on this on-screen display. Okay.
That should be annoying.
It's annoying.
I don't want that shit to be on all the goddamn
and I don't want it to get brighter as I look at it. Like, I'm cool, right? So we knew that there was a new iPhone coming. And listen, nerds can fucking beat me up on this and say, oh, it doesn't have 5G, it doesn't have this. We're always looking for the next best thing.
Wait, it doesn't?
It doesn't have 5G.
Wow. Okay.
Shout out to Apple, bro. You already know what time it is.
Yeah, that'll be the 12.
And that's the thing. What you people got to understand is Apple is not the frontier, ground-breaking, forefront individuals. They never have been. They're the company that allows other companies, the Huaweis, the Samsungs, the Android, whoever, HTC, whoever, they let them go and get that ill shit that's like, oh my God, this is totally different than what I'm using. Then they wait and take it and perfect the shit to be like, you know what? We're going to use that ill shit from last year that y'all motherfuckers is used to and make it so much better and cleaner and finesse it to where it works and it doesn't force close and it doesn't do this. And y'all going to love it. And each and every year they've superseded. Like this year, the biggest thing from the announcement is that the iPhone 11, right? They didn't call it XR Pro or XR Max. They called it the iPhone 11, which is technically their lower end tier phone. It's dope as fuck because it has the same camera as your Pro and Pro Max. Like there's not a lot besides that tri-camera alien looking kitchen stove shit they got on the fucking Pro and Pro Max. The iPhone 11, literally, with the exception of the liquid retina versus the XDR screen, they're calling it, right? Which is OLED, which we know is OLED. That's it. There's minor tweaks and minor differences, and they're offering you that phone at $699.
Now, see, there's a difference between me. As a tech guy, that pisses me off because tech is tech, bro. You got to innovate or you're doing nothing. Like, it took iPhone, like 3 phones to give me copy and paste.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're not impressing me with that. You're not going to rebrand copy and paste. Things that was out the box with Android, certain Androids, come years later on iPhone. And I get it. iPhone, Apple, they're culture setters. So whatever they do, people are going to follow, regardless if it's some shit from 3 years ago. People are going to still go, oh shit, I need these. I need some AirPods. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though that's not a new concept, but when Apple did it, it revolutionized shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I get it, but it kind of pisses me off as a tech guy. Like, so you know what I'm saying?
That's the difference. That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
They know that. They know that, right? Yeah. They know that they have tech people, AKA who go to Android, who go and get the Touch ID shit, who go and get the Google updates, the alerts, the fluid transition with all of their systems, right? Like they know that. They know that these tech people are going to be this. But at the forefront, they also know there's your mom that has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, taking everybody to soccer practice, picking everybody up, may or may not homeschool, may or may not do this. They know the other part of society that is not into, again, we talk about niche markets and culture that are not into that. And I think that they do such an amazing job at capturing the other side that says, hey, fuck that Samsung Note 10 Plus, whatever S shit. We're going to give you fucking yellow, product red, green, fucking matte black, white, silver, gold. We're going to give you an array of colors. So I'm going to string your ass in by the colors because society's stupid, right? You get a gold fucking phone. You get a gold phone and you cover it up with a fucking brown case, right? You get a gold phone because it looks beautiful, but no one's going to go naked. So they're going to put a case over it. But they know consumers are stupid enough to say, I want a yellow phone. I want a red phone. I want this phone. Get it. And they want to make it as easy and as dummy-proof as possible.
That's the only thing I do enjoy about Apple. They will make it for the simple person.
And it works.
Yeah, they don't make it for the left brain person who wants, fucking
nobody wants to delve their shit and bring out fucking different themes and this and that. We have the same S10, but my S10 doesn't look like your S10 because I've got snowflakes and you've got fat nigga donut OS.
It's like a cool geek and an actual geek. You know what I'm saying? Like the one guy who's like tech savvy but could wear the fucking Travis Scott Jordans and shit versus the dude that's wearing the New Balance 704s. What is it? The dad sneaks. Yeah, like whatever they are. Yeah. That's just looking lame as hell, which you probably gonna rock with the dude that's wearing the Travis and pretty girls is rocking with him. You're gonna follow his lead more than you're gonna follow this uber nerd lead who over explain everything. So I get that. I get it from Apple's perspective.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, right? Like every year, again, like I said, we get something, right? Every year there's a new model fucking car that comes out, right? If you had the 2019 Camaro, guess what's about to come up? The 2020 Camaro. If you had the fucking Chevrolet fucking Stingray, whatever, the new Stingray, fucking this, that, and the other is coming, right?
Yeah.
Porsche just announced they doing a fucking electric car, right? Like, it's Tesla's out there. Elon's still at the brink of all this shit. As much as they're failing and as much as in trouble they are, guess what? People are still buying Tesla, right? We talk about all these breaches and all this shit. Target had a breach, Home Depot had a breach, Walmart had a breach. People still go to Walmart.
Everybody had a breach.
Capital One.
Nobody really give a shit about
I got 2 Capital One cards. I still bank and pay my motherfucking balance with Capital One. They got breached, right? I get it, right? I get it. And
they got your name. They got your face.
They got my name. They got my address.
It's over.
Yeah, come here, ain't gonna find shit. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't got shit.
I ain't no shark, nigga. I don't got that gold or that platinum card. Like, nigga, you fuck around with me, you ain't gonna find shit. You're gonna be mad as hell. Like, damn, I spent all this time to get this motherfucker, BTFT. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? But it's always something new. This, like, society as a whole, you think about it, like, we're never satisfied. We always want instant gratification.
Yeah, absolutely.
We always want it now. It's funny because I sat and Detroit had a jazz fest, which is completely free, but I got taken care of on a couple other things. But Macy Gray came through. I ain't heard Macy Gray in years. Macy Gray sounds amazing. Okay. And she was just talking and she's like, yo, you got all this dope shit. Like, motherfuckers just continue to buy shit that makes them happy, but does it really? Right? Like, are you buying it for you, or are you buying it for
keeping up the Joneses?
The Joneses.
Some of that stuff is just like for grown. It's like toys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's like, you know, when you get to your new cars and your new phone, or you get some speakers in your house, whatever the hell it is, it's just toys.
It's toys.
I don't put any kind of other value behind it other than that. Like, I don't. It's not a thing that makes me or breaks me. It's like, it's something I get to enjoy. Yeah. Just because I've done whatever for myself or whatever. Like, if I was like broke or some shit, I ain't about to be trying to get no fucking 2020 Benz or some Tesla shit. Like, the fuck? No, nigga, I'm gonna get what the fuck I can afford. But you know, it's some of those things. Like, I like it. You know what I mean? So that's why I get it. But I feel like for a lot of younger people, like for example with the iPhone, like, they'll bug their parents for a new iPhone just because their friends got it, or just because it makes them look popular, or because I know some grown ass people that still got like an iPhone 6 and shit. Yeah, and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know a lot of them.
You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck. So when you look at it in terms of that,
I got a 9. Okay, I have a 9.
Right. When you look at it in terms of that, that's not status thing. That's just somebody wants some shit to work. Yeah. Some people are like that. They don't give a fuck. Give me a regular ass TV. Give me a whatever. They don't want none of that shit. They just want some shit to work where they can just get by. Other people like to, you know, be a little lavish with their shit just cause. Like me, I like technology. I love that shit.
So that leads me to ask: is a day one purchase for you then?
The 11? The iPhone?
The 11, yeah.
Nah.
I
got the 10X Max. I'm good. It's not that. For me, the camera is the only difference. Yeah. That's not enough for me.
Is that what iPhones evolved into? Just the best camera on the phone?
Like it lately, because I haven't. The one frustration I have had was, and this could be just when they first came out. I remember my first one was the 3 or something like that, iPhone 3. When that came out, there was nothing like it out. You know what I mean? And then you go to the 4 and the 5 and even the 6. And it was having so much, it was making such a big leap as far as technology wise, what it had on it. Right. And then you had all the Android stuff start coming out, and then it kind of slowed down because with the Android shit, I just feel like just are able to throw all of the shit on it. Yeah. And it's just like, it can either help it or hurt it, one or the other. But it's like, then that's when that war comes out. Like, oh, well, just because Android did it means Apple has to do it. I don't believe that. Like, I get it. I get the frustration. Like, oh, well, shit. My Note was able to do that shit 5 years ago. Okay, cool. That's good. Go get that fucking phone. But that does not mean that Apple has to be like, oh, well, they're doing it, so let me do it. That's not how Apple operates. Apple creates this universe within the world that, like, I don't think any Android will ever get on a level of. I don't care what it is, because
I think it's marketing. From when you go from the when they go on stage, from the commercials, the stylistics of the commercial, the style of the phone, it's all integrated. It's one device, and they know how to market the shit out of it.
And then it's not only that; it's just the universe that it supports. Like, everything is compatible more so with the iPhone than it is with the Android phone.
Bigger market.
They focus while. You know, a lot of people is like, oh, this phone's completely waterproof. Oh, this phone can da-da-da-da. They're not paying attention to the fact that Apple is creating other avenues of shit to make it where it's easier for you to use your iPhone than it is to use your Samsung phone or whatever. Yeah. Like, that was smart as fuck to me. Like, I remember when all this shit broke out, like, because the shit was getting on my nerves. People were like, get an iPhone. That's whack. It can't do this. Yeah. But bitch, I can literally go in my car right now and the shit connects to it automatically. I don't need no cable. I don't need no Bluetooth. I can make this shit shoot to my fucking TV. Like, charger cables are universal. Like, all of this shit like that. Like,
I mean, I feel like I'm a man of variety. I've had plenty of iPhones and Androids. But I've also met people who've never had an Android and people who've never had an iPhone. And I always feel like
those are called crackheads.
I feel like if you're one or the other, you should switch just to find out for real if you like it or not. Because I've met plenty of people who've converted from iPhone to Android and Android to iPhone. Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't have a preference. Like I've had my personal phone's been a Apple for like the past 7 years or so. So it's like, well, fuck it, I'm here. Yep. You know, my shit's backed up. It's very easy if you lose your phone to get it back. Yep. You know, so it's very convenient to own an Apple.
I tried it for like 6 months. I tried another, like an Android. I fucking hated it. Yeah. Like I literally hated it. My phone would always crash and shit and just.
And here's the thing.
Stupid problems.
Like just problems I just don't want to have. Yeah. Like, I'm sure there are easy fixes. Yeah. But I don't even want to know that these problems exist. And that's what an Apple does. Like it puts like this bubble around me to where I don't have to worry about stupid shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I fuck with. So there's things I like about Android too. So I have an Android phone as my second line, and I love the Pixel 3. Pixel 4 is about to come out. I knew it was going to come out, but I said fuck it. I'm gonna buy the Pixel 3, whatever. And there are things that are convenient with my Pixel 3, right? I look at iPhone like I looked at BlackBerry back in the day. And BlackBerry on the scheme of
that's not good. That's not good.
And hear me out.
Yeah,
iMessage is the equivalent to BBM Messenger.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
So BBM Messenger was dope because why? It was just a chat service like AOL. It was this thing that was like, yo, you know, you and your mans or you and your girl or this bitch or whatever got the BBM chat. It was fluid. It worked. When you text someone that didn't have a BlackBerry, it was like, God damn, bitch, you ain't fucking with the BBM. It's a status thing like, you ain't shit. Just like you see blue bubbles on an iMessage, and as soon as you get a green, this motherfucker got an Android. Like, you automatically judge based off of the text. So that's why I say the equivalent in that aspect. Back to my Pixel 3, it takes way better pictures than my iPhone. Way better. And I'm a guy that takes pictures, have kids, whatever, goes on trips. I take pictures. Picture quality is way more amazing on my Pixel. From a notification standpoint, from a guy that does shit and takes motherfuckers to swimming and this and that and got meetings and conference calls and this. From a notification and organization standpoint, the Google is fucking amazing. Because when you think about it, when you really narrow it down, and those individuals that have an iPhone, you use Gmail.
True.
You use Google Calendar.
True.
Right? Like you use basically all of Google Maps.
True.
Google Maps is better than Apple Maps.
I heard you can get another voice on your Google Maps on an Android. Like
that's kind of freaky.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hello, like yeah. But it's when it boils down to it on the iOS side, a lot of people use a lot of the Google functionality and a lot of the Google apps, right? So I love my Google phone for a lot of different things. Yeah, for the text, I hate it. Absolutely, right? I got to tell somebody. Yeah, this is my other phone. This is my Pixel. Like, well, I got green bubbles because again, it's a status thing, right? Like, oh, you ain't got blue bubbles. Oh, you on some bullshit. You on some bullshit, right? Like, oh, what you got, a Metro? Oh, fuck, what you got, a Boost? Like, why you text me with green bubbles? You know, like you're not part of the ecosystem, even though the SMS gets received and sent
regardless.
The same way. Just because you can't see delivered in red, who the fuck cares? I'll get back to you when I can, right? And it's a lot more intuitive, right? Like the phones are scary in itself. Where Apple does protect you, Google puts their balls on the fucking table and is like, yo, you about to get next to an area where it has Wi-Fi. Your motherfucking commute is this.
Oh,
we learn the phone learns exactly what it is. Like I was passing by McDonald's and it was like, just as a heads up, in 0.02 miles, McDonald's has free Wi-Fi. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
Now, some people like that kind of shit.
Some people love it. And you can turn that shit off. I get it.
Right.
But it's weird. Like, even my calendar, it's like, yo, my day, like, my Google phone recommends, like, all right, seems like you've had a stressful day here with this in your calendar lineup. Maybe you should get some headspace. Like, whoa, what? And it recommends based off your count. Like, Apple won't do that shit. It's doing what you tell it to do, which is fine because, like, to regular ass Tom's point, you don't want to have to worry about that shit. So I get the dynamics of the two, and it's really interesting to have the two platforms, and I think I'm gonna always keep it that way, just based off of the fact of it's always learning, and Apple's controlling that really on the back end.
Yeah,
and controlling what you see versus the Google being so open sourced,
right?
And being like, this is what it is.
Now, see, what I've learned being a tech guy, the problem with Android really is just so many manufacturers. You get your LGs, your Huawei, Highway, yeah. And that's the problem. If it was just literally Samsung versus Apple iPhone, I think everybody have an Android. To be honest with you,
absolutely,
because of all the shit you say,
because of graphics, because of customization, because of everything. Yeah,
but when you throw in the middleman like Snapchat and shit like that, it's easier for Snapchat to say, "Well, here's just one iPhone. Here's the camera. Here's how it works. Shit looks fantastic." Versus, well, here's an Android. It's 50 different Android phones. Fuck, we don't know how to program for one phone. Right. I mean, so it's gonna look like shit.
But that's where they give you to me, I think that's where they give you the freedom of, hey, you might like a Nokia, but I like the Huawei. I like the style, shape, this, that, and the other. But we both fuck with the operating system. Right. Pie or cookie dough or whatever the fat ass fucking thing developers are gonna come up with.
Yeah. For
the customization piece versus, hey, horse feeding you. Here's 6 colors. You choose. This. Go.
That's my only thing with Apple. My biggest gripe with them is they think their users are all stupid. And it's like, nah, bro. I get it. It works. It's easy. It's convenient. It's pretty. I'm in the culture. I'm in the shits. I got blue bubbles. Fine. But motherfucker, I need more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me that.
But isn't it crazy how society has programmed and conditioned everyone to that? Isn't it amazing? As we've been talking about cars, as we've been talking about shoes, as we've been talking about clothes, as we've been talking, isn't it amazing?
I get it, right?
How we like?
I get it,
but you know why? And I'm gonna let you finish your statement. Isn't it amazing that we are the Chevy versus the Ford people right now?
Absolutely.
This is
the new Chevy versus
Chevy,
Ford. Yeah.
God damn it, my motherfucking Silverado. Shit. Hey man, my Ford, my F-150 with the powertrain.
Yeah.
Neither one of these brands are paying any one of us, but we've gotten so brand. Ooh, I heard the spot. We've gotten so brand, like, official.
I get it.
Think about it. This is the Ford versus Chevy argument right now.
It kind of is.
For me,
it is.
For me, like, my and this is, I'm going to take it back. My shit originated for me is like, when I find a brand I like, I'm going to stick with it. It just is
nothing wrong with it.
And it goes back to the PlayStation Xbox thing.
Yeah.
That's where Nintendo was what it was. And then they started falling way, way, way the fuck behind compared to when the PlayStation dropped or, Genesis disappeared. And then for me, it was like, I had both. It was PlayStation or Xbox, but the PlayStation
options.
Yeah, the PlayStation came out first. The PlayStation came out first.
Sony.
So I was used to that.
Right.
So something new is like, I don't like that. All I'm thinking about is shit that I don't like compared to the shit I'm used to and comfortable with.
Absolutely.
So you would buy a device and go, well, this shit ain't like PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Definitely, I will.
All right.
And for me, now it would take, I'm not saying I'm like that with everything, and I'm going to give 2 examples why. But for me with Apple, when I bought that iPhone 3, that was the first Apple product I ever bought.
Sure.
And I'm like, damn, this is kind of simple and smooth. And then I got my first laptop maybe 2 years after that, MacBook laptop. And I'm like, holy shit.
Another rich nigga move.
This bitch don't get no viruses? Yeah. I'm like, oh shit.
Go on porn.u.
And then I get a different laptop, or I get AirPods, or whatever the fuck, new iPhone.
And it's all.
And then it's just like,
and it works.
All this shit makes my life simpler. So I'm with that.
It just works.
I'm not saying I'm so restricted, like, because I'm really into sound. Like quality of sound, like I fucking
you're audio file.
Yes,
yeah.
So speaker wise, I'm just like, first it was the Beats, and then I got to Bose, and then I get to Sonos, and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm completely satisfied. Beats kind of like whatever, they kind of fell off. Then I get into Bose, like headphone wise, I'm like that shit's amazing. And then it's like I'm trying to find something for my home, and it's like you go through your Sonys and all this shit, and then I hear Sonos for the first time, like, oh my god, this shit sounds good.
Yeah.
And I can connect it, and it's easy to use throughout my whole fucking house. Give me all of that shit. So now, for me, kind of like with the Apple thing or a PlayStation, I ain't played my fucking PlayStation. I don't even fucking remember. But I have 3 of them motherfuckers. Like, I just have it. Well, I got kids too, so
humble bragging.
They
right
each
here,
got their own room, but I
one.
still have. Shut fuck y'all. I mean, yes, I have Xbox, but I don't play that shit. My son does. You get what I'm saying?
You know how frivolous I am?
Yeah.
And I still have my Apple. Shut the fuck up. I still have my Apple products, and then now, like, I'm big into Sonos. Like, BTF Teek put me up on a fucking lamp that has a speaker on it for Sonos.
Crazy.
I fucking love Sonos.
Crazy.
These
He
niggas
does,
can contest to this. Anybody that's listening, I fucking love Sonos. I have one of them bitches in down there every fucking room in my house.
Sonos, holla at us.
And I'm definitely gonna need to do that. But until I find something that I feel it makes my life simpler or it's better, I'm gonna stick with what the fuck I know. Right now, there's not that I can afford. There's nothing better than Sonos. Right now,
which some audio heads would argue and tell you Harman Kardon or fucking Klipsch. Or whatever the shit they throw in the Lexus. I forget the other brand.
I know
what
you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. There's other brand like there's again. It's been conditioned, right?
But you talk about shit that's like thousands of dollars.
Right. It's Mark something or Marky something. I forget what it is.
I know.
But you know what I'm talking about. It's levels to the shit, right? Like it's
yeah.
literally levels of like income, who you fuck with, what you fuck with. Right, and you stay within your bracket of like, all right, this is where I'm at. I can fuck with X. To regular ass scumbag Sherm's point is like, yo, he doesn't like the fucking control of Apple. Like, here it is. They gonna serve it to you. And here are your options.
That's all you get.
Versus what it could be. Like, hey, give me the options and let me fucking choose. Don't say this is all I got to choose from. Right, like
you get these icons. You can move them left or right, or put them together to make
night
a folder.
mode, regular mode. Don't hurt your eyes. Hurt your eyes.
That's
like
it. That's all.
Giving you the customization and opportunity to do so, and that's why I think, based off society and based off people, it'll forever be that way. Where it'll never be just one dominant side, because there is going to be another side. It's that Demolition Man series, right? It's that fucking. Who's the white man that was down there in the fucking sewer?
John No, you're talking about
what's his real name?
Shit. I'm gonna
I want to rub peanut butter all over
something
peanut butter all over my body. And run naked through
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary.
Yeah.
This is the Dennis Leary versus the fucking
John Spartan
fucking world, right? Like there's an underworld, there's an underground of shit and people that still eat burgers and fucking run gasoline in their gas versus electric, like. It's so weird how movies and shit have like you go
come
back
to fruition.
15, 20 yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're more accurate than some of the movies that come out now.
Face ID, face recognition, touch screen. I was watching Total Recall the other day. My kids were like, "What was that?" I was like, "That was first FaceTime, baby. That was fucking 1989. Arnold Schwarzenegger was FaceTiming
Schwarzenegger,
right?
Yeah,
like,
because remember they redid that shit.
They redid. Oh yeah, that redid was ass.
I liked it. Your boy was in it.
Yeah, he was.
Bo King?
Yeah, he was in it.
Sure
Man,
was.
jeez.
Gotta love Bo King.
Of course he was. Bo King will buy. That nigga's in everything.
That shit. That shit was good.
It was alright.
Yeah.
It was alright. It wasn't the original.
No, it definitely wasn't, but it was alright.
It was alright.
Alright,
Even though the ending in the original was ass, but
It was.
Yeah.
you know, you think
The worst
about
ending ever.
the worst. Nah, go back to normal because
I'm good.
get the chopper. like yeah, bro. Like yeah, the worst. But it's like it's that shit, and it's storytelling, and there's always gonna be good versus evil. There's always gonna be yin versus yang.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't say good versus evil because that's all subjective. What side of the fucking story are you looking at? You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. But
I can't call like an Android user evil.
At the end of the day, you got options. I mean, what the fuck?
Right,
You can
give
either
me
choose to do it or
options.
don't. What the fuck?
Because if I only got one option, that's like fascism and shit. And I don't want that at all. Like, nah.
This ain't fucking Stalin ass era and shit, nigga.
I need options in my phone. I need options in my sneakers.
Yeah.
I need options in my video
Clothes,
games. You know,
your
I like
vehicle.
options, but I also like simple.
yeah.
Apple's simple.
It's okay, and that's okay. That's the thing. It's okay to not fit in with the Joneses. It's okay to not get excited. Like,
Not in this day and age, it's not.
But we're telling people that it is though, right? Like it's okay to do that. I get excited. I didn't watch the keynote. I waited literally hours. You hear me? Hours. I knew the keynote came on. I was busy doing real nigga shit
Yeah.
and making money. And I waited hours later because guess what? There was some YouTuber that was gonna fucking condense that whole shit for me.
In 5 minutes.
Right to the meat of everything. And I was like, oh, yep, fuck that. That's whack. Oh, yep, cool. That's cool. And in 5 to 7 minutes, I figured out what took 2 hours to talk about was important or not.
No fluff.
No fluff. And I was like, you know what? I don't know, right? We talked about 5G and the progression, like 3G was a big thing, 4G, LTE, all these things were big things. Everybody wants again, instant gratification. You want faster connection. You want to point and fucking take you to that shit. You don't want to sit here and load. You don't want to get a file or a picture and it says download and you got to wait fucking 20 minutes to download the file. You want to go and have instant gratification. And if someone sends me a pic, I need to see it now. I want to see it now. Can you respond now? Did the message get to send it now? Are you available, bitch? Now. Like you want to see and want to know, you know, you want to do that. So I get it, internet. It's like this episode sounds weird, but it's really shit to think about. Like as we continue to get in and the scumbag Sherm's point, like, yo, they always seem to market so well towards the end of the year, towards the back end, towards the fact that you know your children and kids and society is going to be in school and the back end. And there's this thing, and I mentioned Macy Gray shit earlier. Macy Gray said, you know, isn't it hard adulting? She was like, isn't it crazy because you got to put on this fucking performance for people? Yeah, she made a joke like, yo, you got some good penis or got some good vagina at the house. You know, that's cool. But isn't it hard being an adult? Thanksgiving's coming up. End of the year's coming up. You got to buy gifts and shit. Yeah. You got to entertain for bitches. You got to do all these things. And it's funny that these brands capitalize and market off of, yes, this is our new shit. Maybe you couldn't buy it September 20th, but goddamn it, before Halloween, you should get it. Or before Thanksgiving, you should get it. Or it's got to be on your kids' wish list, right? Like for holidays and for Christmas. And society forces it like, I got to get the new iPhone. I know I got Susie, Jimmy, Billy, the fucking iPhone last year, but I got to get them the new shit. Like you mentioned, they go to school. Oh, nigga, you ain't got 3 cameras on your shit. You got the old shit. You know, like
that's real shit.
It's real shit, right? Like your case don't look like mine. You ain't keeping up with me. It's different. The shit is different and it's changing.
But that shit that shit will never change. For me, back in the day, it was, you know, I couldn't afford I went to Catholic school, so we had to wear uniform. The only thing we could style on people on was our shoes. So I can remember it being from those fucking cream colored Rockports, having them shits.
The world tours?
Yeah. Or having the latest Jordans or whatever. Yeah. And it's just like, if you didn't have that, you wasn't shit.
Yeah, you were lesser than.
Yeah. I can only imagine what that shit is like in fucking school now. Like, I wouldn't even want to be part of that shit.
Especially if it's in that fluent school.
Yeah.
Day one, you ain't got the iPhone 11.
Yeah.
Nah, you're done.
Us.
Yeah.
You're officially labeled.
Go over
that
there.
shit affects you for the rest of your fucking life.
It's crazy, right?
Like, the middle school to high school, how you are, like what you have, that shit affects you the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah.
Because at the end, it's like, you know, those are the people like you can do college too, that kind of, not really, but high school shit, that really affects you to the groups of people that you have in your life for the rest of your life, kind of like shit. And you'll be known forever as the person that had the iceberg or whatever the fuck versus the person that was cool, rocking FUBU and all, or whatever the fuck it was.
FUBU.
It's just, it's crazy how, like, the older I get, the more I realize the impact on that shit. But it doesn't make me want to be like, you know what? I want to make sure my child has the newest. Because, no, nigga, I got bills and shit. Like, you just going to have to make do. So I got to teach these niggas how to be like, you know what? This is what you do. Be funny as fuck. Be cool as fuck. Yeah. Don't be an asshole. And you'll be straight. That's all you gotta fucking do.
Slang, crack, rock, or got a wicked jump shot.
That's all you gotta do. And you straight. If you can find some way to be in that middle ground somewhere, you straight.
I remember growing up, my OG's whole agenda was like, all right, I'm not gonna get you no XJ9000s, but your ass damn sure ain't getting these Jordan 7s.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find a middle ground, make sure you go to school looking good, blah,
that's
blah, blah. You know, and I ain't going broke because we got bills to pay.
And that's what it's about. I think the people, majority of the people that I knew in high school that had all the lavish shit.
Mm-hmm.
They suck. Like their attitude is fucking horrible to this day. They think they better than every fucking body, or either they done fell way the fuck off. Like you could tell their parents and like, all right, nigga, you grown now. We ain't paying for your shit now, and they just like whatever. I think the people that were, you know, the funny ones, the cool ones, the whatever, those are the ones that you want to hang around with, or that you want to be part of society, or whatever the case may be, because those people are the ones that are like, they're humble.
Yeah, I was about to say, unfortunately, they learned a hard lesson, but they really learned an invaluable lesson that none of that shit actually matters.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can debate iPhone, Xbox, Jordan, Yeezy.
Shit doesn't matter.
None of that shit matters at the end of the day. So,
right.
These are all
the killer
toys
part.
and luxuries.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you don't have some kind of substance within you, none of that shit fucking matters. Like, if you don't know how to hold your own without all of this shit,
you're done.
that shit is wasted. You're going to be a fucking depressed ass motherfucker.
So it takes me to this. Regular ass time. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Apple all day, baby.
He goes from all that shit to give you Apple all day. Shout out to regular ass time.
Look, just don't worry. If you can get it with the money you got, get it. If you can't, don't worry about it. You still alive at the end of the day.
9000s.
Just don't stress over. Just be a better person. Don't worry about all this bullshit. All that should have come if you do what you're supposed to in life.
That's fucked up. In the black culture, it was guys like Shaq and Hakeem Olajuwon that said, you know what? Fuck all that. I'm gonna make it affordable and be cool. Yep. But it was never cool.
No, it never was cool. Never.
It was never. It was never cool to wear Shaq's or Olajuwon.
Nigga. Yeah. Ever. That was the worst shit you could possibly do.
You hated everything.
I'm just saying, bro. If you showed us some Shaqs, it was over.
It was a wrap.
You getting roasted.
Twism was never cool, nigga.
Twism.
That shit was never, ever, ever, ever cool, nigga.
But shout out for the effort, because they tried it.
Nah,
they tried that effort,
nigga.
You know
that shit was never cool. That's
like
fucking Stoudemire. What the fuck his name?
Like G units, nigga.
What's the Stoudemire shit? Yeah. He had the shit at the one store. His shoes was like, no, Marbury.
Was that the motherfucker with the
Marbury? Yeah, he had. What was that? What was that college store?
Stephen Barry's.
Stephen Barry's
shit was like $25.
No, it was $15. It was $15.
That shit was ass.
Starberries.
I'm gonna make it affordable for everybody. That shit don't work for niggas. That shit works for white people. It doesn't work for niggas.
That's a whole nother conversation.
No, it is a whole other conversation, but it's also facts.
God,
that shit works for white people. I'm telling you.
If you got me some Starberries, it was gonna be a problem.
No, it's gonna be a fucking problem.
Like, you some Starberries?
Sherm, he's black, you're black. Come on.
Try
them on.
They have spinning rims in them. Come on.
It works.
Come on, Latrell.
Come on, Jamal. Jamal likes it. It's cool.
Scumbag Sherm, man. What do you have to say to the internet to close this episode out?
I mean, I don't know. I agree with a lot of what Tom just said, though. If it's all about you inside, so if you got a $2 personality and $100,
habit,
then you're worthless. You're worthless to me.
Facts.
But if it's the opposite way around, then that's cool too, man. I don't front on nobody. I remember had to rock Filas for like 4 years straight. So
and it was your mom's Filas. That was the thing.
Yeah,
what's crazy?
Some canvas Filas.
Filas is cool now.
Nah,
not to
no.
me,
I'm telling you, no, not to me. I'm just saying, just like the what's the other shit? What the that you used to get at like Walmart and shit, the clothes. The,
Champion?
Just like Champion.
But Champion
that was ass. No.
Champion goes and comes, though. You know what I'm saying?
This thing got on Champion right now.
I was about to say, you can't front on Champion.
Like, yes, you can.
No. Come on.
Yeah, you can.
This ain't Rollins, nigga.
Them shit used to be $15, nigga.
Yeah. They did. I wish they still was.
$11.
Nah,
I'm,
Amazon. Holla at me, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
But yeah, man.
You make great joggers, nigga.
I want to say is, just don't buy Filas.
Don't buy Filas.
It's not happening with Filas.
Yeah, I mean, listen, internet. I've got to say this. I sit with an amazing group of gentlemen each and every week, and these guys give their perspectives, and they don't just say it, from the fucking bottom or top of their asses. They don't just talk shit to talk shit. They don't say things to make you laugh just to make you laugh. It's true pain. It's true hardships. It's true shit that we all had to go through to provide to you over these airwaves. You feel me? Whether you're a replay squad, whether you're a new customer, so to speak, and stumbling upon us, and you're like, what is the Blue Tigers Fitted? We're giving you perspectives, man. We're giving you our lives. We're giving you what Detroit, is about. We're giving you our upbringing, all these things. And these guys are amazing. These guys and girls are amazing. They give you perspectives on things in life. And it's true shit each and every week. I can't front. I can't make this up. We can't make any of this shit up. There's no script. We don't do it like that. It's literally all from experience and all from perspective. So again, if you're not following, make sure to follow us, man. Make sure to go on iTunes. Make sure to hit them stars. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Make sure to tell us, hey, yo, BTF, Blue Tigers Fitted, I want to hear this. BTF, I want y'all to talk about X. Whatever it is, hit us up, man. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Y'all already know how to find us, man. If you don't, you better ask some fucking body, okay? All I'm saying is we appreciate you all each and every week. We do this out of the kindness of our hearts. I swear it's like asking for a church donation, but we ain't asking for no donations and don't get no donations from it. But as they like to say, go in good health, figure out your fucking week, enjoy your goddamn weekend, and tell a friend that this is the Blue Tigers Fitted Show, internets. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.